What up? What it do? What's going on? This shit is live out. This shit is live out. This shit is live out. Shit is live out with at least 5 people comment done when you're finished. Today is going to be about honesty. And let's be real, if you're a woman, you don't want to hear the truth. Sad to say, but it is what it is. But how to tell if your man is telling you the truth. Share this live out, comment down when you finish. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited to see who comes in here today. I do want a woman to come up and share and build with us. You don't have to have your camera on. You could actually just come up and just talk. You don't have to have your camera on at all. But we want to get into it. We want to get into it because your relationships are directly affecting your cash flow. Your relationships are directly affecting your cash flow. Let me send this live out. Let me send this live out. Let me send it live out. Here we go. All right, so this whole thing that's going on, right? And it's like the battle between men and women. And when you think about it, without a woman, there's no man. Without a man, there's no woman. So this whole battle between men and women must end, right? But the truth is, it's going to start with honesty. Are you ready for honesty? Let me know in the chat. Are you ready for honesty? What's up, Crystal? Shout out to Crystal. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And I also want to build with somebody, so send a request to come up. I definitely just don't want to be sitting here looking pretty, talking to people. I want to build with somebody. I want to hear from some divine feminine energy. I want to hear from a melanated queen. I want to hear from somebody who is tapped in, right? And the reason for that is because I'm just a guy. So like, if I'm just a guy, I don't want to talk from a woman's perspective when we're talking about men and women, when I can have a woman talk from a woman's perspective, even though not every woman is the same. You understand? Not every woman is the same. Share this live out with at least 5 people. Comment down when you're finished. I only see 2 people on this live. It don't really matter how many people come on this live, to be honest. I'm still going to talk this talk. But I don't want to do it by myself. I don't want to sit here and talk by myself. But while we got you on, like, what are some of your struggles in relationships? Or what are some things that come up as problems in your relationships? Let me know in the chat. What are some things that come up as problems in your relationships? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to send some more requests for people to come in here. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. What are some of your problems that you deal with in relationships that you wish wasn't even a problem? Like, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. All right, this thing gonna get going in a minute. There's gonna be some people that come in here soon. There's gonna be some people that come in here. But in the meantime, yeah, let me know. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, y'all. I still don't see nothing in the chat. All right, I'm just going off the top then. So one thing that I realized about relationships is that most people bring their representatives. Now, I got a question or a theory, right? So the theory to me would be this. If you bring your representative on your first date, the other person brings their representative on the first date, and you operate from those representatives, you're now giving that person a chance to fall in love with who they think you are. So what usually happens 3 months, 6 months later, right? Initially what happens is you don't let your guard down because of the way you feel, right? You don't let your guard down because of the way you feel. So you go, all right, you know what? I can't let that person truly in and know who I am. I got to guard my feelings and protect my feelings. So you're bringing your representative on the first date, second date, third date. You're bringing your representative. They're doing the same. So when you're falling in love over those next 2-3 months, what happens is you just fell in love with somebody that's not even that person. That person done fell in love with somebody that's not even you. So now what happens? You start showing who you truly are. And when you start showing who you truly are, it starts breaking down the makeup of what you already built, because you built it on false pretenses. You built it on inauthenticity. You built it on insecurities. Right? So who put that in the chat? What's your name? It says Excel. What's your name? Yadi? What's your name? Put your name in the chat. So you built that relationship on insecurities. So now when you're vulnerable, almost everything that comes out through the relationship is like an attack on your insecurities. So when you first start meeting somebody, right? Excel. When you first start meeting somebody, right? What happens is you don't care about who they're dating. You don't care about who they've been with. Like, you might say you do, but you really don't. And you're not really touching on that mindset, right? But here's the deal with it. If you're coming and you're bringing your representative, you're never truly giving that person a chance to know you. So now 6 months later or 3 months later, what happens? You end up breaking up. So I want you to understand something first. Honesty is the best policy, no matter what. Like for me, I'm coming in a relationship straight up like this. Look, I want who you are from day one. I want who you are from day one. Some of y'all be like, no, I got to take my time to get to know you. I mean, yeah, I'm going to get to know you in phases and steps, but I need to know the truth right now. I need to know who you are right now. I'm not coming to play. My time is valuable. I'm not coming to play around. I'm not looking to have a serious relationship either, right? So it's part of language. Most of y'all be saying, yeah, I want to have a serious relationship. That person be throwing off like, damn, serious. You too serious. You too serious. I want to have a intentional relationship. I want my relationship to be so intentional that I come on the first date like me. So you fall in love with me. This anybody can use this, right? So I found out how to truly love a person. And the way to love somebody is to make them feel these 5 things. It's a core set of 5. I know y'all talk about the 5 love languages. The 5 love languages are built on this core principle. Everybody wants to feel loved, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen, right? So these are the things that make or break a relationship. So when you come in inauthentically and you come in as your representative, you don't give a person a true chance to give you the 5 that you want. You allow them to give you the 5 that they think you want. And the 5 that they think you want is based upon what we call expectations. The key word in expectations is X. So you're basing a future positioning from a past tense. When you have expectations on someone, what that means is that you internalize something about yourself, something about a relationship in the past, and now you're taking that thing from the past and you're putting it into your relationship in the future, and you're having what we call the predictable future. This is why most relationships fail, because you're doomed from the start. As soon as you go, that's my boyfriend. First of all, boyfriend and girlfriend, let's just be real here, y'all. Let's be real here. That is an older term that is actually for younger kids, right? Children. Boyfriend, girlfriend is for children. That's why some of y'all relationships be childish. That's why some of y'all relationships be lying. Kids lie, right? Let's be real here. Kids lie a lot. Am I making the connection for some of y'all or no? Because I believe that when we start to transform our mindsets, we start to transform everything in our mind. As we grow within, everything else around us grows. So as I mentioned, I've been able to foster relationships with no problem, except for the fact that I want to be met where I'm at. How many of you don't have a problem with meeting somebody? You're gorgeous, you're beautiful. People want you. You know, you're the hot thing, you're smoking. The issue is you have a problem with finding somebody that matches your energy. I can't be the only one I I can't be the only one who feel this, y'all. I can't be. So that's why I'm talking like this. Like I said, I care less if it's 1 or 2 people on this live. I'm coming up here to talk that talk right now. So share the live out. If you know somebody can benefit from having a breakthrough within their relationship, you know somebody that can benefit from having a breakthrough in communication so that way they can propel to have a great relationship. If you know somebody who can benefit from a conversation from a man and woman talking like civilized individuals to help each other grow, then send the live out to somebody. Let somebody get the live, because this is what we're doing. We're building a community full of love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to find my tribe. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to find my people. And that's what I'm doing here. So I may be your people. You may be my people. But if you don't speak up, I don't know. If you don't show up, I don't know. I've been blackballed a lot by Instagram. My algorithm gets stuck in the dark, in the dungeon. I already understand all of those things. The things that I talk about and things that I preach, the message that I send, they don't want to see that. They want to see us talking about murder, us talking about this, anything that's negative, they want to see it. Let's just be real here, y'all. The news that your parents watch or that your family watch or maybe that you watch is constantly negative news. It's constantly negative news. Y'all heard about CNN, constant negative news. Some of y'all ain't know what that's what that meant, right? So when you're constantly pouring negativity into your mind, guess what? You're going to pick it up. So what you tune into is what you turn into. Your failed relationships ain't even your fault. You blaming somebody else about the things that ain't even your fault. You blaming yourself and ain't even your fault. You blaming everybody and everything except for the root of the cause is what whoever has your attention has your ascension. You watch dating shows. These dating shows ain't got nothing but people fighting. You mean to tell me you 25, you 35, you 45, you still fighting? You 25, 35, 45, you still fighting somebody? Over a man, over a woman. Come on, y'all. I hope that ain't you, right? I know that ain't you, baby. You too good for that. Well, I will hope so. Because your relationships are directly related to your cash flow. So the type of person that you have in your life determines the type of money that you have in your surroundings. The circumstances are basically the circle that you're standing in. So if your circumstances is the circle that you're standing in, and you don't like your circumstances, you need to get a new circle. You need to get a new whole group of people. See, because the people, right? You got to really look at it this way. And if you don't, that's okay. That's fine. But if you do, it enhances your life, right? Your quality of life can be found through your habits and through your relationships. Somebody come up here and disprove me. I would love it. Somebody come up here and disprove me. Your quality of life is going to be based upon your habits and your relationships. We always forget those two things. We go to sleep late. We wake up a little miserable. First of all, we wake up rushing to go to work. We wake up rushing. And once you start rushing, there's a whole domino effect. Why do we continuously do the same thing? Like, we try to get so much sleep in the morning. Like, think about it. We try to get as much sleep that we can in the morning instead of getting as much sleep as we can at night. We instead of picking out our clothes at night, we want to pick out our clothes in the AM. Like, are we following what I'm saying right now? So, I want a woman to come up here and build with me because I need a woman's perspective. And once again, you don't have to have your camera on. I know y'all all want to look good, but you already look good, baby. You woke up like that. You are amazing. I don't say it just to say it. I know it. Why? Because God made you. So if God made you, you're already perfect. You're already whole and complete. I already know. You got to catch up and you got to know. Somebody put into the chat, I know. If you woke up beautiful, put I know in the chat. If you woke up blessed, put I know in the chat. Put I know. If I don't see I knows in the chat, that means obviously you don't believe in yourself. And, we got to work on that for you. Don't worry. We're going to work on that for you. We're going to get you right. But what I'm saying to everybody is, as a woman, you got to be honest about where you're at and where you want to be. Because most of the relationships and most of the divorces and breakups are initiated by women. And if you think that is not, because yesterday I took a poll and all the women were saying some other stuff, it was about, no, let's be real here. The breakups, before women break up with you physically and verbally, they already broke up with you mentally because you have broken them down emotionally. And this is not to say all men has broken them down. Sometimes women, you break yourself down. Sometimes you have what we call self-sabotaging ways. But that's okay. We're going to get through that. We're going to work through that. That's why we're here. We're not here to judge each other in a negative way, but you're going to judge people regardless. So stop saying words like, stop saying things and phrases like, I don't like when people judge. Stop saying that, because you judge every day. You judge which direction you want to go to for work. You judge which lane you should be in. You judge if somebody's driving behind you reckless, if you're going to either move over or do something. You judge everything. You judge if this food look good. You judge everything. You judge your clothes. You judge everything. So let's change your narrative. That's the first thing I want to change when it comes to my relationships, is the narrative. So when I come into my relationships, on the very beginning, I'm talking about it from the beginning. I'm saying, hey, look, personal development is number one for me, baby. Like, if you can't develop your mind, we can't develop together. Like, if you can't develop your communicative skills, if you can't develop your communicative skills, then I can't gel with you, right? Because I can't really have you being a person that's upset with me and only you know it. Come on. So how can you tell if a man is telling you the truth? A man would be telling you the truth based upon your own character. Wait a minute, Mindset Mogul, what you saying, brother? Hold up, Mike, move out the way. Let me get up in here real quick. Listen, you want to know if your man is telling you the truth or not, it's going to be based upon your character. If you're the type of woman that acts like you want the honest truth, but you really don't, your man is going to lie to you. Your man is protecting your feelings. That's what he's there for, to serve to protect you. So you think that it only is for physicality? You think that he's only going to protect you for physicality? He's protecting you from you. Because a lot of times women go, yeah, men are not mature as women. That's not really true. You just get a period at 13. That doesn't make you a woman. You just like older men when you're younger. That doesn't make you a woman. Guys just like to play video games. That don't make him a baby, a kid. You like to go do hood rat stuff with your friends. That don't make you a hood rat. I just threw that last one in. But anyway, women are stuck with a doll baby from the moment that they're born. When they're born and they come out the womb, they can talk. As soon as they can talk, here go a parent shoving a doll in their face. So why wouldn't a woman be already advanced in thinking about a family? Why wouldn't she already be that way? So as a man, you got to understand that a woman is going to have those plans already 4, 5, 6 steps ahead of you, because she's been doing that since she was 6. They had a little kitchen making her play house. I know. My cousins used to ask me to be the daddy. Be the daddy? I'm going to play video games. I ain't be no daddy. You understand? So I know this from my own history. And I know this from other people. As I get to know me, I know more about other people. Right? So you want to start speaking about the truth about where you are, so that way you can understand how to collect information from a partner naturally that's honest. Right? So you want to make it inviting for your partner to speak to you. Some of us be having these loud tones, these loud energy. You want to make it inviting for your partner to speak to you. You want to speak to your partner with love. When you see your partner, you want to see him like it's the last time you'll ever see him. Like if you're my partner, I'm loving on you like it's the last day I'm going to ever see you. I'm not taking any day for granted. I've done that in the past already. But you're probably still taking things for granted. Don't be that person. I want you to be the person that's understanding that everything is temporary. So if everything is temporary, even the love, like this person doesn't belong to you. So what ends up happening is that when you get into these relationships, these boyfriend and girlfriend titles, what happens is you start playing a role in a character. And you think that you're supposed to be jealous now that this person is talking to that person. But what about when you first started talking to him? When you first started talking to that person, you wasn't jealous about who they was talking to. It wasn't until only when they said, let's become boyfriend and girlfriend. And now you start acting like little kids. So you should check yourself. And I'm not saying this to talk down to anybody. I'm saying this because this is how I was talking to myself. Right now, I'm talking to myself. I can't see none of y'all. I'm talking to myself. I don't know who's on here. That's why I say come up in here and build with me. So that way the conversation is different, right? So you don't feel like, who is Crew talking to? Who give them the right to talk to me like that? You don't know me. I'm not speaking about you. I'm just speaking to me. That's the only person I see right here. So if I can get somebody to come and build with me, then we're going to build together, right? So somebody send a request to come up here and build. Ideally a woman, right? Because that's our target audience. We like to empower the women. Why do we want to empower the women? For 2 main reasons. One, because what would it be like if you were the best version of yourself as a woman? What would it feel like? Like, what would it do for your children? What would it do for your husband or your significant other? Which is, what would it do? I know for me, looking at my mom as a mogul, it inspired me to become a mogul. From her passing, my spirit, me and my brothers, we all carry her spirit. So it's all about elevation. So when I thought about it, I said, that's interesting. If a woman is empowered to be her best self, people get inspired. If a man is being his best self, people just expect that. Hold on, we cooking now. We starting to cook. If a woman is at her best self, people are inspired. If a man is at his best self, people just expect that. That's just expected already. That's why people say, yo, you should provide, you should do this, you should do that, because they expect you to be all of that already. It's all the pressure on a man is already there, right? But for a woman to be the best version of herself, do you know what that does to the community? Do you know what that does for humanity? The women are the portals to life. All the propaganda, all the media has been trained to attack women against themselves. Put makeup on, put makeup on. You don't look good like yourself. And women have now adapted a culture of makeup because they like it now, because it does make them feel a little bit more beautiful. It does make them feel a little more confident. All of that's great. But what is it really doing to the inner you, though? Some of you can't even go out the house without makeup. Some of you can't get on this live because your hair is not done. That's not me making this up. That's you. That's actually you feeling that way because of what has been placed on us, which is conditioning. So the whole narrative, you got to keep the woman down, is a real narrative. I don't want to keep the woman down. I want to keep the woman up. Here's why I'm going to keep the woman up. I told y'all for two big reasons. Here's why. Because if you have a woman who's operating in her highest potential, she's the portal of life. God chose her. A woman is chosen by the Almighty High. There's nothing we can say to that. You can't refute that part. God didn't come to the man and go, yo, you gonna have a baby too? No. Move out the way, young man. Move out the way. The goddess is gonna be the chosen one. The goddess is the chosen one. She is the chosen one. This is why in chess, you got to take the queen. If you take the queen, you take the whole kingdom. That's what they have done. If you haven't noticed, in melanated communities, they've taken the queen and depowered the queen. They gave her incentives to be at a lower vibration. Okay, cool. If you don't need a man, we're going to get you on child support. Oh, you don't need a man, we're going to give you food stamps. Do you see what that does? We know that this either I'm going to do it or it's going to work, or it's going to work. Like, we know that. So if you got contingency plans, if you got plan Bs and plan Cs, you're not going to really get to your plan A because you got a plan C. So I want you to see and understand the development of the traps that they placed on women. You as a woman can't go outside at nighttime. You got to be fearful of people because you can get abducted. How many times you got abducted before? I'm not saying that this doesn't happen. I'm saying I'm showing you the paradigms which they force women to live in. And now this is one of the reasons why most women can't live at their highest potential, because they live in the shadow of a man. Why? Because at a certain point in time in life, I wasn't there. This is me hypothetically speaking. At a certain point in time in life, there was a man who was jealous of the power of a woman. This is why men used to wear wigs to look like a woman. This is why all of the presidents used to wear those wigs, because they wanted the status of a woman. This is why when you look at the ancient Egypt, the hieroglyphics, how do you say it? Hieroglyphics? I don't know, effed up that part. Y'all, somebody help me out with that. Somebody help me out with that. Hieroglyphics? Is it hieroglyphics? When you look at the artwork from the Egyptians, you're going to see they got the thing on with their head because they want to have the hair like a woman. Why? Because there was power in that. There's power in growing your hair out. It's another thing, too, that most people get hipped on. Like when you see some of these hippies, they got their hair growing out. Talk about it. That's called roots. It'll help you grow, right? You want to change your results, you got to change your roots. So you want to become more connected to the earth, you got to actually be earthy. You got to ground your foot into soil. You got to be able to eat fruits and vegetables. You got to be vibrant on this plane of existence. But you're wearing shoes. Think about how they cause women to dress. You got heels on. You hurting your feet all night. Not knowing that it's hurting your knees and your back. For later on, when you turn 50, 60, now you got hurt knees and a hurt back. Because you've been in heels all the time. Yeah, it's sexy and all of that. It's sexy, but come on. Like, understand the traps, understand the pitfalls. My lady, you can wear slides, baby. When you're ready to put your slides on, wear them slides. Don't worry about the heels. When we go to the room, you want to put the heels on, make it look nice. Go ahead with the heels on. I'm gonna sit back and let you do the thing. But I'm just saying, like, the reality of it is this, y'all. The reality of it is this. A woman's power is so immaculate that she has the power to transform humanity. If she has a child, she's going to be with the child before the father is going to be with the child. She's going to be with the child for at least 6 to 8 months before the father is before the father is even recognized and accepted by the child. Like, let's just be real. If you got children, then you know this already. So the child is going to be gravitated to the mother. But if the mom is at a higher spiritual level, if the mom is at a level of empowerment, then she's going to empower the kid. She's going to put live foods and fruits and vegetables into the kids, right? So the words that she speaks, the thoughts that she has, the music that she plays, the visuals that she sees, it's all going to be about elevation, not destruction, right? Not destruction. So understand, I don't know what that is in the back happening, but it's not going to be about destruction. It's going to be about elevation. So the kid itself, whether it's a daughter or a son, going to grow up to be super powerful. And the man. So now when you look at the man's like, damn, that's my wife right there. He's going to be inspired. Why do you think men go out here and really put on? Not just because they like doing it for themselves, because they understand that it comes with being able to have high quality women. How do I know that? Because I'm one of those individuals. And I know that a high quality woman is not going to want me to not work out. If I got the bag, as long as I'm working out the wallet, she's going to be good. But that's not every woman. I don't want that woman. I want the woman who wants me to be in shape. I want the woman who encourages me to be in shape. I want the woman who wants me to have bulging muscles. I want the woman who wants me to eat better. I want the woman who wants me to have great posture. I want the woman who wants me to articulate. I want the woman who's powerful. And that's the truth. That's what all men really want. But most men settle for what they can get because of a false narrative, right? So I want to build with where my true power comes from. My true power doesn't come from me talking into the camera like that. It comes from communicating with people. It comes from having a conversation. I'm about communication. I'm about connectivity. What's up? What's up, Lily? What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What you got? The face mask popping?
Yeah, I was going to sleep right now.
Yo, I should go get my face mask, but I'm not gonna do that until like 11:30. Now 11:30 come, I ain't even do my face mask today. My face is a little tired, but I'm gonna wake it up a little bit. But so thank you for coming on, right? I really want to start building with you in this way.
Okay.
Do you want to know the truth from your partner? Hold up, before you answer, hold on. Guarantee you, y'all, she's gonna say yes. Guarantee you she's gonna say yes. But let's get into it though. So, do you want the truth from your partner?
Yes.
Why?
Because who doesn't want the truth?
That's a good question, but most people don't want the truth. So let me give you a little dose of truth. Do you mind if I give you a little dose of truth? So how explicit can I be with you, Queen?
Not too much.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm saying we're on face. Well, I mean, we're on live, so.
When I say explicit, right? When I say explicit, what I mean is just raw, honest truth. It's not gonna be raunchy. It's not gonna be talking about sex. It's not gonna be any of that. Mute your mic real quick, Queen. Got a little delay right there. Thank you. So I'm not going to be talking about all of that stuff. What I'm going to be talking about when I say how explicit can I be with you is how vulnerable can I get with you? How real can I be with you? So what the key thing in a relationship is letting you know the actual. So one of the truths about humans in general is that you can say what you want after this. I'm going to give you the floor. Monogamy is a choice. That's not natural. Monogamy is not a natural thing. It's a choice. You choose to be monogamous. In relationships, what happens is you start talking with a person start liking your vibe, and then all of a sudden, you hit them with this, yo, it's either me or you. And it's like, damn, like I gotta choose now between like either being with you or losing you. So now you force a person to make a choice between that, which is first, that's not even honest in its first, right? That's forcing a person to make a choice. They can say no to it. But what I'm saying is monogamy is not natural. It's a choice. So therefore, being that it's a not natural thing and it's a choice, you force a person to be unnatural. When you force a person to be unnatural, for how long can you stay unnatural?
I think that for everybody, right? Like everybody has the, like you said, their own cup of tea. And so let's say out of 10 men, this 10 men want to be talking, like out of all 10, 9 want to be talking to everybody, but one is looking for his wife and he wants to be monogamous. So it's just up to you who you're talking to, and and people are gonna tell you, when you go on dates, they're gonna tell you, I'm just want to have fun. Okay, they're being honest, and you just got to understand what they mean is they're not gonna commit to you, and they're gonna be talking to other people, and that's okay because they're being honest. But I think being dishonest when they're telling, I'm looking for my wife, I want, you're probably gonna be the one or whatever, and that's dishonesty, because but they're really talking to other women and they have no intentions to be with you because they're married.
Right, right.
So it's like you have to, as a person, you have to make sure that you're asking the right questions before you even give yourself, your heart to them or whatever.
Right. I like that. I love what you're saying because you make a lot of sense when it just comes to talking to somebody, and then when you getting to know somebody that you're just sharing. Some people are gonna say, "Yeah, I just want to, open to short fun," and some people are gonna say, "Hey, look, I want a long-term thing." Either way, they're making a choice, right? And what I'm saying about the honesty part is, how long can you remain unnatural? Like, how long can you be in an unnatural state?
It's not unnatural if that's what you want, if it's your choice. Like I was married for 17 years and I was faithful the whole time, and he was faithful as well. So it's just your choice. So it's not unnatural if your belief is that you, once you get married, you are not going to be sleeping around with other people, and that you're not going to be, talking to other people. If that's your belief and both of you is the same belief, then it's not unnatural, in my opinion.
I love what you're saying, but the reason why I'm saying this because I'm setting it up, right? I can't just come in and say what I say. I have to walk you down so you can see it. Because right now you don't see it right now, but you will, right? So you got to answer the question. So how long can you stay in an unnatural state?
So for me, like I said, it's not
Don't think about
it's not
don't think about monogamy. I'm talking
it's
about an unnatural state. So let me give you an example.
no, I can answer the
Okay, go ahead.
question. Unnatural. So as soon as you started realizing and being aware of that is uncomfortable now, it's just whatever that is not natural will become uncomfortable for you, and that's when you want to like leave
Aha,
that situation or whatever.
aha. This is the great aha moment coming at. So you can be in an unnatural state until it becomes uncomfortable. So let's give out the examples. How long can you wear makeup for?
uh Depends. Like this lipstick is 24 hours.
Lipstick don't really count that much because you don't really feel it too much on the lipstick. So they don't really count that much. But for makeup though, for makeup, how long would you wear the makeup?
um I mean, usually the day off the makeup, like the day you put it on, like you had to wash it off in the nighttime.
Until it's uncomfortable. I mean, let's just keep going with the answer until it's uncomfortable, right? How long could you wear heels for?
Oh, well, depends what kind of heels.
Nah, get to the answer. Get to the answer. So hold on. Mute your mic real quick because I gotta go off real fast. I gotta go off.
Okay.
So this is what I meant. You don't really want the honesty. You hide it from the honesty right now. How long can you be in? Jasmine, take it easy. You talk about hills all day. You know for a fact we was in our mastermind last week or a week and a half ago, and you had them hills on from the door. Okay. Anyway, so this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can only stay in an unnatural state until it's uncomfortable, regardless of how you feel it or not. Some women could be in heels for 6 hours. Some women could be in heels for only 2. Either way, you're taking off the heels at the same point of time. The point of time that you're taking off the heels is when it becomes uncomfortable. First of all, when you first put it on, it's already uncomfortable. You already know that. But it just look cute. You're looking at it, you're like, damn, I'm sexy. Yeah, it just look cute. But it gets to a point where it's just too cute don't matter. Cute don't matter. So same thing in the relationship. So the first time you get with a guy that you're not having these real dynamic conversations with, and he hasn't just developed himself to understand, or she hasn't developed herself to really understand who she is and what she truly wants to experience and how to communicate. She's gonna be with that guy because he's pretty. He's gonna be with that woman because she's pretty. But it comes to a point where it's uncomfortable. It don't care about the prettiness. It ain't about your face no more. It ain't about your slim waist. It ain't about that you all snatched. It ain't about that you got the fatty. It ain't about any of that. It becomes about the natural, simplistic way of living. And this does, once again, this is a choice. A man has a choice and a woman has a choice. But you have to get hip to that. It's a choice. You have to understand that monogamy is a choice. It's not natural. And it's never been natural. This is a new thing that has been created, that's been infiltrated into people's mind through television, through songs. But in reality, it's not true. And here's how you could tell that it's not true. When you first meet somebody, you are not dropping all of the guys that you had before. You're not doing it. You're just not. You're going to weed out the guys, and then you're going to go, I got him now. It's a choice. So stop choosing guys who don't want monogamy and hoping that you can change them when they're telling you, when they're showing you, when you're going to a place where they're demonstrating it. If you go to a club looking for a guy, what the f do you think he's there for? And he came up to you, but he probably went up to her. And if you tell him no, he's probably going to go up to somebody else too. So you should be meeting your man where you want to be met at. You want to be met in a place where you're going to feel loved, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to love on you like you're the last woman on earth. I'm going to give you everything you need at the time that you want it. I'm doing it for you. I'm pleasing you. I'm going to please you in a way that serves you. See, that's the key. I'm going to please you in a way that serves you. I'm pleasing you because I'm serving you. As a man, if you serve a man, you're going to please him. If you serve me, you're going to please me. See, the thing about it is this. You can't please people on your own. They're the only ones who can interpret the pleasing. They're the only ones. So if you're doing things to get somebody's attention, or if you're doing things in hope that it's going to do something, it's worthless. Because what it's doing is putting you in an uncomfortable state. So for example, I'll give you an example. If you got a person that you like, you're crushing on a little bit, and it's like, damn, yo, you look good. I like seeing you. I'll be seeing you on the lives. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll be swiping through, liking your pictures and stuff. You know, I'll see you when we go and meet up. But now I think I'm ready to make a move. Like, so, all right, what's up? Let me talk to you for a little bit. So I'm going to send you flowers. Yeah, you got that. You like that. I'm going to send you a car. Yeah, you like that. You got that. I might cash app you a little money. Danielle, get a cash app, Danielle. Let me send her a cash app. So he sent her a cash app. Now she's like, ooh, I like that. But guess what? All of those things happen. 3-4 months done went by. Now I'm like, damn, she ain't saying nothing to me now. She ain't really moving on me. What do you think is gonna happen? Now I'm out of my natural state. It's uncomfortable now to keep sending this to you. I'm done now, right? Same thing when you got the mindset of investing into a person. Your significant other is not an investment, y'all. Like, you can't invest into people. You can't do it that way. Unless you're purchasing something that you can acquire that somebody else can pay you for. I can't purchase your love and acquire it and somebody pay me for it, so I can't invest into you. So what happens is we start investing into each other, and what happens now? So all of the cars that I sent you, all of the cash apps, I got to collect now. Now I'm ready to collect from you now. And now you on the other end is like, nah, those are nice gifts and thoughtful. I don't really want to be with you. I just like you as a friend. So now what happens in the relationship now, right? Now you don't even have a relationship. Like, now it's destroyed. Now you really don't want to be around that person. The same thing happens when you actually commit to being boyfriend and girlfriend. When you become boyfriend and girlfriend, you start to do things that you think that you're supposed to be doing. You think that you're supposed to be doing it. When you weren't the girlfriend, when you weren't the boyfriend, it was okay that she was dating him while she was dating you. It was okay because you already knew. Best man may win. I already know I'm going to win. And if I don't win, I still won. You lost. That's it. It's simple. You lost anyway. Yes, you missed out on me. So you got to have that same energy. I missed out on you. Hey, it is what it is, right? So, but when you get together with them titles, that boyfriend and girlfriend, now you start acting out from your natural state, and it only can uphold for so long until it becomes uncomfortable. So, in reality, we got to start getting down to what we truly want from our relationships. So, for you, Queen, how do you want to be loved? How do you want to be felt, appreciated, heard, and seen? Like, how do you really want that? Because those are the conversations that we need to have in places that we're developing our minds. So at masterminds, at events where we go out and we build, right? So you and I, we met at a mastermind, right? So that's where you want to meet your man. You want to meet your man in those places. It's okay to meet your man outside and take him to the places. It's okay to meet your girl outside and take her to the place. It's okay for that because you're developing and you're growing. But you don't expect to meet a person at the club, at the bar, at places like that, and think that it's going to be a great old grander love. It's just going to be what it is. And what it was is a good time that just lasted for too long of a time. So it was comfortable at first because it was easy. I was doing, y'all both was attracted to each other physically. Sex was amazing. It's fun. It's all real. But then it's like now it's like, oh damn, you don't really have much to talk about or to communicate with. So for you, how do you want to feel? How do you want to be loved and appreciated?
Well, for me, if we talk about like love languages, right? Because that's like the easiest way to express it. My first love language is physical touch and words of affirmation. So, and the words of affirmation is kind of like for me, like I want a man to be there for me mentally more than just anything because it's like I want to be able to grow with him. I don't want to just, I want to, like I was telling you in my other life, like I admire you because you're smart, and I have a problem. I can't bring it to you, and you're always gonna find a solution for my problem. It's like there's a lot of people, they will criticize you when you bring a problem, but there's men that will try to figure out, what the problem is, and they'll give you ideas and things like that. So for me, like, and of course, being spoiled. I love traveling, so let's go.
Yeah, he said, let's go. We going out. Hey, look, if you resonate with what Lily is saying, put a yana in the chat, right? You are not alone, or just put some signal that we know that you're connected, because the reason why we're sharing this, right, is to create this community full of love, connectivity, financial prosperity. The only way we could truly do that is to get out and share with each other, to build with each other. We're only here for a temporary time, y'all. So let's make it the best experience possible. Let's truly put ourselves in a position of power to transform generational trauma, break generational curses, and put ourselves on a prosperity train for generational wealth and healing and love, right? I want a generational love. Nobody ever really talks about that. So the fact that you're saying all these things, this is beautiful. I want you to be empowered by this conversation, and I want you to take it a step further. How would you want to treat your man? And it could be in any scenario, but how would you want your man to feel?
First of all, respect it, admire, appreciate it, taken care of, spoil because I spoil a lot too.
So I love that, right? These are the things that we want to talk about because it opens up our mind to see, oh wow, these people do exist. But there's a certain cadence, there's a certain way, there's a certain tonality to get to a person to have them speak up, right? To have them feel loved and heard and felt and seen and appreciated. So in this general sense, we want to be able to create that because everything happens from the mind first, right? So when you walk out the house and you get into your car, you saw it already. Before you get into the shower, when you grabbing your towels and stuff and the toiletry, like you've seen it already. When you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, you seen yourself dreaming. The only thing you probably don't see is dreaming about waking up and going to work. If it's Sunday, you do. Some of y'all thinking about going to work and y'all crying over there. It's okay. That's why you're probably not coming up on the screen because you got to wipe your tears and stuff, which is fine. We're going to help you with that. We're going to get you out of that. But right now, I want you to be in this space right here, Queen. What's some of the most difficult things for you to hear from your man? Like, what are some things that you run away from hearing, like you just don't want to hear?
Really, money problems.
Mm.
Like, I don't want to hear your money problems, especially if I'm building myself. I don't want to be worrying about your money problems, you know? Like, I will hear situations in your job, or if you lost some money here for whatever move you may run, it's a different thing. But if you're always complaining about not having money, or complaining about being just not wanting to share, you know, with you because either they don't have enough. So for me, that's like I just can't go that way. Like, I'm building my mindset to be abundance. I don't want to hear lack. So that's like hard thing for me to hear.
Right. Right. So I love that too because you're being honest, right? But for you, how would you avoid that? How would you avoid hearing something like that?
We're just not dating people that are having those issues.
But what if you date a man who's super powerful in his finances, but he comes on a hard time, and now he doesn't have the same cash flow like he had before? Because money is about currency, right? So it's current. So you're gonna have some ups, you're gonna have some downs. You're gonna have some ups, you're gonna have some downs.
Well, like you already know. Just being supportive, if that is like I said, if you are married to that person, it's a different story, right? Like I told you before, and being supportive to him and just giving him ideas. Okay, baby, let's okay, what is your skills? Okay, maybe this didn't work. Let's see what all the skills you got that we can put out there and make sure that you're making some more money on this in this area. So yeah,
Okay.
building together. It's just like, I mean, you can it just depends on, like you said, are they committed? Are they investing in you? Are they committed to you? Because if you're over here talking to two, three other girls, I'm not gonna be putting my energy and investing my time. So then you can go ahead and pick somebody else later on too. So we got to be real right there.
Absolutely. You got to be real, right? You have to be honest about where you are. How would you communicate that to your significant other or a person that you're interested in?
Well, I'm very honest from the beginning. So if I'm gonna be dating somebody, I'm just saying, like, I understand you're probably talking to other people, but I'm looking for something real. I'm looking for a commitment, something that will go somewhere, not just to have fun. I'm not 20 years old anymore. So, if you're looking for that, I respect that, and go ahead, keep going. I'm just not the one for that. So just from the beginning, being open with them to know what to expect from you and know what to expect from them. They're gonna tell you. People will tell you with their actions and with their words.
See, I like that. I like that. So, anybody else who want to come up and share and build with us, honestly, I would love to have a woman's voice. Why? Because we want to keep empowering women to be the best versions of themselves. As I mentioned before, the main two reasons because women are giving birth to the children, they are the portals of life, so they have the first sessions with the children, first development sessions. So they are going to be the ones that really help catapult the children and give them that good head start. So if you have a powerful woman leading that charge, there's no worries about the child, right? So also being that a woman is such a beautiful individual and has a divine feminine energy, a man is attracted to that. And a man is motivated by that. That's something that a man would see intrinsically and be able to take their lives to the next level just based upon that alone. So that's very important. So when it comes to you being able to articulate, you being able to see this, I want you now to get into the mindset of understanding how and why people lie, right? So men and women lie for same reasons and different reasons, but it started as children, most likely, right? You've been trained to lie. Maybe you copy a parent. You may see your parent say one thing and do another thing, right? All these different things and factors play a role. However, the way that you can minimize your partner telling you fibs or lying to you is about you being honest and being able to be a person that can hear it. So for me, when I wasn't as great of a communicator, right, I used to pressure my girlfriend to speak up in a aggressive way, right? Because there were times where at first I used to be the one that's silent. Some people know this, some people use this tactic. When you're upset at something and you don't like what somebody's saying or doing, you get silent and then now you don't want to talk to that person, right? That's not helpful. That used to be me. And I had to learn from my poor choices. I was very poor because if I felt something, why wouldn't I want to share and communicate to you when I am the one that's feeling it and you don't know what's in my mind? So you don't want to try to guess what's in somebody's brain or try to guess what's in somebody's mind. You want to tell them. And what I was doing was I was forcing her to tell me. I was yelling at her, yo, you should just be honest. Say, well, now I'm making her shut down even more. So why would she even want to tell me the truth? Why would she even want to talk to me? So when we start thinking about it in terms from a woman, sometimes women do that. Women start yelling at their man, saying all this different stuff, or you calling him out his name, or doing X, Y, and Z. And then now, why would he want to? Why would he want to tell you anything? Because no matter if he told you the truth or not, you're still gonna blow up.
Now, I'm gonna tell you a story about me. So I remember someone told me some truth, and I did not like it, and I like literally got mad of what they tell me, and I'm like, why did you do that? And then he was just being honest with me, just telling me, like this girl or whatever came on to him, and then like he was like saying, oh, talking to her, but then he said like, okay, yeah, I have a girlfriend now or whatever. And I'm like, I was mad, like, why was you even talking to her, like, so I got mad at him. And then he was like, he would not tell me anymore because of that situation. Like, he would not tell me when women would come on to him anymore because he didn't want me to be mad. So that's like, and then I learned, I said, you know what, it's okay for you to tell me if you want to share somebody's coming on to you, like, if, because you're telling me, you're shutting down, and that's cool. But I should have not got mad at him, it's like, it kind of like, it makes other people scared to tell you the truth now, because like, even though they didn't do nothing, you're still gonna get mad.
Absolutely. If you're a defensive person, your man's gonna get mad. And your man is not going to tell you anymore what's going on. If you're a defensive man, your woman's going to get mad. She's not going to tell you. So how do you know if your person is telling you the truth or lying to you? You would know your person is lying to you because, and this is just one way, y'all, don't get all crazy. But if you are a defensive person, if you're a defensive person, chances are people are lying to you. And this ain't even just about your man. This is about your mom. This is about your dad. This is about your brother. This is about your family. Your family don't even want to tell you the truth because they already know you're so defensive. They don't even come to you with certain things because they're like, nah, this person, you're going to be upset. Or now you're going to get crazy. Or you're going to run your mouth and start getting loud. We have to be more conscious of how we come across with each other. We have to be more conscious of the way that we talk and articulate to each other. There's a way to get exactly what you want, and you know how to do it. You've done it many times. You've done it multiple times. But how come we just don't do it all the time, right? We get a little lazy. And when you get a little lazy, you pay for your mistakes. You pay for your laziness. Like me, if I get a little lazy with working out, I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to lose weight like this, right? If I get a little lazy with working on my mindset, I'm going to slip up here and there. Don't get lazy. It's a marathon, y'all. It's a marathon. And you're not going to have the perfect person. But you can have a person that's perfect for you. You understand? Like, you might not have a perfect person, so there may be some flaws in a person that you might not like, but everything else can make up for what you truly want. And one of the things that I start to notice is that a lot of women want too much from a man. See, the key thing is this. Most women want a man who's at the top of the top. But if you want a man that's at the top of the top, do you think that all the other girls want the man that's at the top of the top?
They have many choices too, like the men on the top, they got too many choices. So you have to become the woman that man will need in order for you to attract that man. So you have to work on in your mindset, in your finances and everything, because like, how do we expect a man to be communicative if we're not communicating right? How do we expect the man to be, they successful men if we're not successful? Like, for me, it's like, you got to build yourself first in order for you to attract a good partner. Because if you are broken, if you are defensive, if you're not understanding, if you're not, making an effort to put yourself in their shoes, and always want to be right. Like, why do you want to be right? Like, I'd rather be kind than being right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I want to say this too, and shout out to everybody who's putting stuff in the chat, because men and women are basically the same, right? But here's where the difference are for men and women. Men are romantic. Women are transactional. I'm gonna wait till somebody say something in the chat. Men are romantic and women are transactional. When a man no longer wants to be romantic, it's because the woman is being too transactional. See, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. Now let's point them out. Now this is why I say come up here and build. Put your mic on me real quick, because you know I'm about to go off. I gotta put my chapstick on for this, y'all. I don't think this is called chapstick. I think it's lip balm or whatever. But I don't wear chapstick. I wear the nice soft stuff. All right. But I gotta get crazy real quick. Listen here. Men are romantic. Women are transactional. This is why they say I want a provider, right? And we know this is not all women, by the way. We're just using this as the most women, right? So when we talk just most women. So don't be offended, because we love women here. We're all about empowerment. The whole Love Plus brand is empowering women to be their best versions of themselves, take their mindsets, turn it into tools to create cash flow and assets. So we're in alignment with that. So men are naturally romantic. They're very naturally romantic. The issue is women aren't naturally romantic. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
I'm romantic.
Are you naturally romantic though? Do you go up to a man? Do you go up to a man that you like? Oh, you got Mr. Mike real quick. Do you go up to a man that you like and go, hey, how you doing? You look nice, and I was thinking, maybe I could take you out sometime. Do you do that? You don't, because you're not romantic. You're transactional. You wait for something to occur to get a reaction from it. That's what you do. You wait for a guy to approach you, then you get a transaction from it, right?
Well, I give a little hints.
Yeah, okay. The stores give a little hint too. They give out advertisements. Hey, we got such and such sale going on. Okay, so you could be out there got your sale going on, which is cool. Like, hey, look, I'm open to the public today. Anybody want to come talk to me? Depends on the right person. You can have your sale. But when a guy is naturally romantic, he's naturally that way. He's naturally that way. He doesn't need for a hint or any of that. He just wants, okay, you know what? I'm going to talk to that person, and let me go talk to that person. I'm going to do this for this person. I'm going to do that, right? But the issue is this day and age has created love being transactional, y'all. Love is not transactional. Love is contractual. That is the issue. So look, and this may not be you, right? This may not be you, Queen, and it may not be anybody that's on, but we're talking about the majority of people. You want a man to take you out on a date and pay for everything. What the fuck is that? Is that not transactional? In order for me to go out with you, you need to pay me. Is that not transactional? Maybe I'm bugging, because I know all the women go like, nah, that ain't transactional. That's just what a man should do. That ain't what a man should do. That's what you want a man to do. You want a man to do that because you don't really want a man. You know what you want? You want an income producing asset. That's why you want your man to make more money than you. Like, come on, your man got to make more money than you now, right? That's why you want a man to make more money than you. Transactional. And yeah, Queen, look, there's one thing you're gonna learn about me. We're not talking about all women, so please let that be known. We're not talking about all women. We're only talking about the status quo of women. We're talking about the majority of women. That's all we're talking about. So don't be offended in the chat. Just go with the program. Go with the flow. Feel happy. Express yourself. But don't think that I'm going against you, because I'm not. I'm talking about these perceptions. So the issue with it being transactional is that now the other party feels it. Let's be real here. You know when you're getting sold, and you know when you're not getting sold. You know when you're getting sold and when you're the one that's purchasing on your own intent, right? Like, you know when you're in the mall and somebody walk up to you and they go, hey, look, I got these shoe cleaners. Come on, let me show you how great my shoe cleaners are. Come on. You know I got you. I'm gonna do it for you right now. And they start coming up to you doing your shoe like, yo, bro, like, I'm good. Versus H&M or Sephora. You ain't nobody got to stand outside of Sephora telling you to come in this way. Got the sign and got a whole makeup costume on. Sephora, no. You just Sephora. You walk right in there and you go see all the makeup and you're selling yourself on it. You're in there looking at it. You're in there picking it up. You're trying it. They got people in there that's gonna come in there and give you a little boost to purchase it. But the reality of it is, when it comes to this dating stuff, this is not transactional, y'all. That's why you can't find a great love, because after you keep getting sold, when your woman keeps selling you, you feel yourself, you feel her using you, you feel it. So it doesn't sit well. So now, all right, where the P at now? Where the pussy at now? I want some now. Give some up now. That's what it become. It become that. So now when I take you out on this 5-star dinner date and I'm trying to bring you back home, where's mine at? Where's the reciprocation on the transaction for me now? So if you want to avoid that, because I know a lot of ladies hate that, and you get that sales pressure. When you have a date with a man, you get a sales pressure. And you want to eliminate that sales pressure, you must take off it being transactional. If y'all go out for drinks, that's fine. You pay for a round, he paid for a round. Why not? If you don't do that, you're adding to the sales pressure. This is why you be feeling like that, like, damn. And some of y'all just so heartless, you don't care. You go out with a man for a free dinner, free lunch. This ain't school. This ain't free lunch. Anyway, I'm gonna let you chime in on this, Queen, and then I'm gonna go back into the next thing before I wrap up.
I mean, we all have the right to believe what they want to believe, you know? And if that's your belief, that is your truth. So for me, like, I think we all have a different, I would say, choice, right? It's a choice, right? So it's like either you date men that are providers and that they want to provide, or men that don't. So it's your choice, and just knowing who you are choosing and understanding. Okay, so if you're with the guy that's 50-50, and then he's 50-50, and you want that and you're okay with that, then it's okay. But if you are looking for masculine man that wants to provide, that's like his pleasure, just that, there's like some men, just like, they have a different mindset. They feel pleasure giving you this or doing this for you, it's spoiling you, because they build whatever they already build, and now they want to share all this with you. And just because they want to spoil you. So it's not like they are feeling like they're being used, more like they're sharing what they already built with the queen that they were looking for the whole life. So it's just and like I said, there's other successful men, they want to do 50-50, and that's okay too. Like, it's whatever you're okay with.
Okay, I love what you're saying, but I want to break down some of that, right? What you're saying is amazing, and it happens far few in between. It doesn't happen often, that type of what you're talking about. So that is what I'm referring to while I'm speaking right now. It's because that's everybody's mindset. So you're going for this top guy, but are you a top woman? So if you're not the top woman and that is your mindset, then you go for that top guy. Guess who you become to that top guy? Just another girl to spend time with, to spend money on. So therefore, then you end up looking at that guy like he is the problem. Then you look at all the other guys because you keep going for the same type of guy, and you haven't worked on you. You haven't taken the time to study you, to see where you want to go, to elevate to that next level. So that way you could choose the person that's right for you. So if you had to go shallow to the tens and the counts, right? A 5 should be with a 5. A 10 should be with a 10. That's how it should be. Because if you're searching for a guy that's better than you, do you know what you're doing to yourself? You're setting yourself up to be let down. And that's what men usually go after. They go after the low-hanging fruit, because most men who are in that position, they have worked and worked and worked. So now it's time for them to actually enjoy their money. Just like exactly what you said. He got his money up. You think he got his money up with his girl and then he broke up with his girl, now he with you? No. He got his money up, and there was nobody really checking for him. Nobody really wanted to be with him until he got his money up. He got his stature up. Now all of these girls want to be with him. Now it's his turn. Now it's his turn to be like how you were in your 20s. Just like how you were in your 20s. There was no shame in your game. No hurt. Not you personally, Queen. It's talking about to any woman. It was no shame in your game. You were with whoever you wanted to be with. And if you didn't want to be in a relationship with that person, you weren't in a relationship, and it didn't hurt you at all. It's the same thing now. Now that my money up, now that my lifestyle up, I can go here, go there, go there, go choose who the I want to do it with. Today, I'm choosing you. Today, I'm choosing you. Now, you and I, we're going out and we go do our thing. Okay, that's it. Great. It was a great experience. I'm going to see you next time I see you. And then now, that's a problem now for the woman. Because she done opened herself up to be vulnerable, to give her this space to this man. And now she feel like she's been used. Because now it was transactional for him now. Wait a minute. Did that click for you? Now, when it's the other way around, nobody likes that. Nobody likes when it's transactional. You only like when it's contractual, meaning you make a choice and you say, you know what, we're going to be together, we're going to be monogamous, we're going to be together exclusive, just you and I. It's contractual. You got to talk this out. You got to work this out. You just can't think that every man is just going to be with you because it's out of alignment with our nature. In nature, we're not meant to be monogamous. It's shown already, and it's proof that a man isn't. It's proof that a man is. It's just natural proof. So regardless of that, we have to be mature enough to have conversations, to speak, to create the life that we truly want. That's why we have the Love Plus app. So that way you can go and you can find a partner who is already doing development like you. But if you're not on the app, guess where you're at? You're still at the bar meeting people. You still have people flying in your DMs, flying you out to go to this place. You're still doing the same things you've been doing, hoping that the result change. You got to change first. You got to go and meet people where they're at, just like you want to be met where you're at. That's the Love app. Go get the Love app in the App Store or the Google Play Store and start connecting with people. Start putting yourself in a position of power. We're having an in-person dating event. We wanted to do an online thing, but we decided to say, let's go have an in-person one. We're going to do it at our mastermind in Las Vegas, Nevada, April 5th. So if you want to be with us on April 5th, send me a DM that says Las Vegas. If you want to be at the mastermind and you want to be at the dating event, where we're going to do a speed dating, we're going to do some conversations, DM me Las Vegas, and then I'll give you the information to be able to be with us. But anyway, if you haven't followed Lily, follow her now. If you haven't followed me, follow me. I want to put this out there before we go, right? The ancestors chose you. Now it's time for you to choose you. Do you want a love of abundance? Do you want a love of pure bliss? Do you want to be loved, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen? Do you want those 5 things? If you do, you have to give that to yourself first. When you start loving on you and start loving on yourself, everything takes care of itself. It's the same thing. When you start growing within, you start nurturing yourself, you start healing yourself. As you grow within, everything else around you grows. So the way to start being in high-level relationships is to open up yourself to great communication. Don't be afraid to lose a person based upon what you said. That's a good thing. It's better to lose them and have them walk away in the beginning than have them to walk away in the middle while things are happening and unfolding, right? It's easier to just have that loss than to have a heartbreak. So let yourself down easy, queen, and just really put yourself in a position of power. Know who you are. You are the chosen one. God gave you the ability to be the portal of life, right? You got to identify yourself, right? You got to identify everything who you are and what you want, and then everything will start to show up. So how can you tell if your man is lying to you? You can tell your man is lying to you if you're a person that's defensive. By default, if you're a defensive person, if somebody comes to you and they talk to you about stuff and you, you right on the defense and you take everything personal, your man is lying to you. Sorry to break it to you, but I'd rather break it to you now. If you get over being defensive and get over holding on to being right and get over holding on for everything to work out perfect, you'll be perfectly fine. Because maybe that man that you were with that it didn't work out with, maybe that wasn't the one. Maybe he was helping you grow into a version of yourself so that way you can be ready for the one. Maybe your person is not the ex, but maybe that was a step, right? Instead of denying it, let's identify. So, Queen, anything you want to say before I let you go?
I agree with the X part. You know, I feel like everybody that comes to your life as a partner, as a love partner, they're either gonna teach you a lesson or they're just gonna show you a type of love that you didn't experience before, that it will literally will help you to choose yourself. You know, either like it can be positive or negative, you know, like the type of love that you didn't experience can be bad or good, but at the same time it's going to wake you up to say, you know what, this is not the type of love I want. This is not what I want. I know what I want now because I experienced what I don't want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that. Also, too, y'all, if y'all want to come to our Family Legacy Boot Camp, if y'all want to get access for free, pretty much it is $1,900. But if y'all want to get access for free, y'all could join our community over at school. If you want the Family Legacy Bootcamp, comment Family Legacy, inside my DM or on this live right here, and I'll see that information. In fact, just do it in my DM because we're getting ready to close. So send me a DM, Family Legacy, if you want to be part of the Family Legacy. Send me the DM Las Vegas if you want to be part of the dating event in Las Vegas, Nevada, April 5th. Family Legacy starts on next week, Sunday, and that is March 24th. So listen, y'all, your relationship is directly affecting your cash flow. So the longer you stay with people who are subpar from you, the longer you stay with looking for men that's better than you versus just you being the best version of you and then worried about you being the one that's finding or creating that space to have that partner, then that's only when your life is going to change, right? When you take action. Don't be an action talker, be an action taker. And this is the very last thing. They always say women date up and men date down. And this is also why men are more romantic and women are transactional. The reason why women date up is because they want income producing assets, that they want their man to be an income producing asset. That's just the reality. If I'm lying, I'm lying in the chat. I'll take ownership for it. Go ahead, Lily. You can tell me if I'm lying. Put it in the chat. You don't got to say it. Tell me. But the man is more romantic because they see the beauty in the person no matter the circumstance. And they just see, how far they can go together. Like, yeah, I know that whole back and forth thing about would you date a man that work at Burger King, right? I think I was asking you that before. Would you date a man that work at Burger King? And let's be real, most women are gonna say no. Like, but you don't think the man at Burger King is getting buns? You don't think he getting something? Like he is. Like, let's just be real here. So we know somebody dating him. So and it ain't too many jobs that's below Burger King. So like let's just be real here. So we understand that most women want to date up and they want to have this guy that is better than them. But what that does to you is it limits your position of power. You don't want to limit your position of power. You want to keep benefiting your position of power. I know it's like a whole narrative of don't be a boss babe or a masculine, feminine. You can have a position where you are making money and being feminine and you make a lot of money. Like just being a woman and you're feminine. Just enjoy your femininity. Just step into your femininity in power, right? Step into it with grace and understand that you have something that men want that a man can't get without you. So understand that. Men already know that. We know that already. So that's why we be doing whatever we want to do. But anyway, I'm sending everybody love. I'm sending everybody beautiful energy. Lily, I thank you so much for coming up here and just building with me. You always are so amazing. I love how you share authentically. I know you don't like me getting too explicit, but thank you for allowing me to get explicit with you. So I look forward to building with you and spending more time with you and just knowing you a little more and then having you come up here too and speak and share that. So I'm sending you a lot of love, Queen. You're so amazing, so beautiful, and I thank you for having that love and spirit.
Thank you. Same with you. Thanks for sharing these lives.
Absolutely. If you haven't followed Lily, go follow Lily now. If you didn't follow me, follow me. Once again, we always want you to be in a position of power. So come to this community full of love, connectivity, and financial prosperity. I'm going to help you turn your annual income into monthly income. I'm going to help you get your mindset right so that way you can turn it into a tool set to create those cash flowing assets. But the first thing you need to do is get a mindset reset. So on Saturday, we got the mindset resets, 9:30 a.m. on Saturday. This is a place to practice, a place to feel loved, heard, felt, and seen, a place to come breathe, meditate, right? It's a place to articulate, and it's a place for you to be congratulated and celebrated. So with that, it is 11:34. I am signing off. Please go get some rest for tomorrow, y'all. Y'all can take action and be powerful throughout the day and throughout the week. You are the best of the best. You are the top of the top. You are the cream of the crop. Let's go.